Test. 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 Oh. Test. Okay. Cheryl, I see you. You was first last time. You was first one to find your way back. Test. Oh. Test. Okay. Cheryl, I see you. Oh. You was first last time. Man. All right, check in, everybody. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh. And I don't know why we having problems. That's the thing, is you don't. It's one thing to have a problem with anything in life, but if you can't get to the root of why am I having the problem, this is the thing. That's the thing. You know, it's not the problem. It's can I understand why the problem is, you know. All right. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Corindle, I see you. Um, Allison Bleb, I see you. And both of you guys are perfect timing because I already started. And of course, we crashed. We're going to try and get through this tonight, inshallah. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to try. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. And I'm just trying to wait for some of the people to get back. I want to try and weave what we were doing on our last stream the other day into a continuation. I have some other stuff that I'm bringing, but we didn't finish. I had so many videos to show you all, and we never got to them. So we're going to do some of those, hopefully all of them. But then in the interim, I found a video of Dr. Johnson showing some portion of the school. And you'll remember in the last stream that with this Charleston white cockeyed person, one of the indictments I was making against him was his critique of Dr. Johnson. You know, this empty thing that not only comes out of him, but comes out of too many black people since Dr. Johnson started, back when he started trying to raise money for this school. And so in the last stream, one of the things that I brought you with this Charleston white person who thinks he's on Dr. Johnson's level, you know, big and ass, he ain't did nothing. Where the school at? Where the school at? Well, we have the school. And so before we just got cut off a few minutes ago, I was showing a video of him in some portion of the school and talking about it. We're going to go back to that and use that as our jump off point. We'll see that, then we'll go back into this other, we'll digress back into what we were dealing with the other day, with how dangerous this Charleston white person is, because he's being elevated, or has been elevated, or is at least at the very least being allowed to elevate, because I proclaim to you that as Dr. Johnson begins to get this school up and running, and I've never heard him really talk about, we only see him on camera. Like, I don't see people that he hangs with and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if he has security or what types of things he has in place, or, you know, what his day-to-day is. But I don't need to know that to know that he will definitely be a target of the highest order with this school once it's fully operational, because not just here but across the earth, one of the main things that white people still obsess on is determining the education of the population, no matter where it is. There's another intellectual that I was listening to, an African brother. Oh my God, you guys, I have to bring you him in another sitting. I mean, for all these Hotep brothers and all the stuff they be talking about, and you know, this man is an encyclopedia on Africa. He is African. I don't know which country he's from, but he is putting things about spirituality and our maker and the universe, and I mean, it's I don't even have the words to describe it to you, other than it is very profound, and it's something that you have to hear. Oh my God, he's really something. I mean, even the origin, and see, I have to line everything up with Islam, because Islam is the truth, and I always have to see, does this tick? How does this meld with that? You know, and it does, man. But it's a different. He's talking. Oh, I can't even. Oh man, I don't even. Wow. Anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the Dr. Johnson piece. I'll just start it over because we weren't that far into the clip. We'll start with that. And at first I wasn't on camera at all. I just took me out. I think I'll leave me on because it didn't look like I would have really been in the way of what he's showing. So let's do this. Let's see. And again, if we get disconnected again, you guys, which I'm surprised because it's not even doing the warning thing from the software. So this isn't really my software. I think it's my Wi-Fi that's just going out. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing this, and I'm bringing you in.
Do you remember when you first met?
Of course, there has to be an ad. I'm over it.
This summer after 6th grade? So, dance.
Come on. You got... We painted this gym about 2-3 years ago. We had a paint day. People volunteered. There was about 13 of us. We knocked it out over the course of about a week, I want to say. Right. Brother Manny was with us.
You have to listen very carefully because on some of it, they turn the camera and then the audio goes down. But just work with your audio. Whatever you need to do, so you could hear everything that he's saying.
You remind me of Brother Manny a little bit. Real good brother out of Philly. Fair-skinned brother. Good brother. He passed away January before. Did Manny pass last January? It might have been 2 years now. 1 or 2 years. Rest in peace to my brother Manny. 1 or 2 years. Time fly. But he helped us paint. When everybody finished, he went behind everybody and cleaned it up. He passed in a car accident in North Carolina. So rest in peace to him. So the colors you see are after the divinities of the Yoruba pantheon. So I'm an Ifa devotee. I practice the spiritual system of the Yoruba coming out of Nigeria. Like you have angels in the Bible and the Quran, we have Orisha, divinities created by God to help us fulfill our destiny on this earth. So the first color you see is all white. The reason why white is larger than any of the other colors, because the ancestors are represented by white. This is not white skin like the pale man. This is the white light of consciousness that gave birth to all creation. Do you feel me? We're dealing with energy, not color, right? White is also represented by Obatala. Obatala is the spirit God sent to earth to create man from the mud and the clay. So when you read in the Bible and the Quran, God created man from the clay. It was the spirit that did that at the order of God named Obatala. He created man for God. Obatala is the oldest divinity, and he's one of the most powerful divinity. He represents righteousness, patience, character, integrity, leadership, charity, all the things that make you a righteous person. He's the personification of righteousness. All of us are born under one of these spirits. They are sent with you as a guardian angel when you incarnate through your mom. You got to find out which one walks with you because you carry the qualities of that energy, right? If you find out you are a child of Obatala, you cannot drink, you cannot smoke. There is no intoxication. Obatala children must be upright and perfect. Some people don't want to know that they Obatala children because they'll never touch that weed and that alcohol again. You feel me? When you Obatala, there's no room for error because you are the example of divine righteousness. That's Obatala. I'm going to go from that side. Blue and white. That is Olokun. Olokun means owner of the water. That is an energy that God put into the water. There's a spirit in water. That's why water moves and everything else. Olokun is the energy of the unconscious. He's in the water because the water is what? Largely unexplored. We don't know what's really under all the oceans because nobody has seen it all. Obatala represents the unknown of your consciousness and the unknown of the universe. He's the occult, the mystical. He's the dream. When you dream, that dream power, that third eye, I felt it, I saw it, that's Obatala energy. He also is associated with abundance because in the ocean you have unlimited wealth under the ocean as well. So Obatala is associated with abundance. He's second only to Obatala, some say, in terms of raw power. Because what do we have more of on this earth than consciousness and water? You feel me? So very powerful. So when they talk about the great flood, God flooded the water, that was Olokun who rose up and washed our human life away. So if you ever watch African offerings, sometimes you might see the women go to the water and put all this fruit in the water. That could probably be for Olokun. He deals with everything unconscious, unknown, the things you want to know, but you can't find out, the occult, the hidden, the unseen, that's under his realm. Also, the ancestors who came from slavery.
I'm over it.
Who passed through the water. He's automatically a patron saint for all of us because our ancestors survived and we crossed his domain. Next to Olokun is Orun Mila. Orun means heaven. Mila means messenger. Orun Mila, messenger of heaven. Now, when God created the universe, there was only one spirit he allowed to witness all creation. None of them witnessed all creation. The only one who, even Obatala in his wisdom, didn't witness all creation. The only spirit that witnessed it all is Orun Mila. Ileri Ipin, witness to destiny. So when you get a spiritual reading in our tradition, the priest is calling up to that spirit, Orumila, to open up your future, to see what your destiny holds, to see if you have a blessing coming that we don't want you to miss, and you got to do some rituals in order to make sure you get that blessing. You got a good job coming. You got some money coming. You got a good wife coming. We don't want it to pass you by, because just because something is meant for you don't mean you're going to get it.
I don't agree with that. You know, and even in Islam, we have a belief in something known as the Qadar of Allah. The Qadar is the predetermination of your life. You have free will, but there's also predetermination, and also everything that is meant for you in this life is for you. You will get that. So I don't agree with that, but that's not the most important thing in this matter.
Did y'all hear that? It can be meant for you. It don't mean you're going to get it. There's no such thing as guaranteed fate. Your decisions and your actions dictate whether you get it or you miss it. It could be something bad coming. Maybe you're supposed to get into a bad car accident. We don't want you to have that. So you're going to do some offerings to your ancestors and some other spirits so they can move that right on out your way. So it's Orunmila, which is why I wear him here, because I'm supposed to be a priest as well. I'm initiated.
It's a little
but I still have
jumpy.
to get trained. We are the Babalawo. It means father of secrets. We're the ones you sit on the ground with, and we cast
What
for
is
you
happening?
to see what's coming up into your life, to see if we want to hold it or let it pass on by. So he is second only to God. Whereas in Christianity is Jesus, in Islam is Muhammad, we have no such true comparison, because none of these were human beings. These are all spirit. You don't see, you feel, and you communicate. It's Orunmila. It is through him we know the wisdom of God. He's the only spirit that witnessed it. So he know when you gonna die, when I'm gonna die, if you ever gonna get married, how many kids you gonna have. He know how you gonna end. And so we call on him when we trying to put our life back in alignment. Because Ifa means destiny. That's the name of the system. Ifa. Ifa. My name is Ifa Tunde. What is your destiny? Find it, fulfill it. Shango. Shango is probably the most popular male Orisha, or divinity. Shango is the divine impersonation of leadership. He's the king, he's the ruler, he's the emperor, he's the Oba, he's the ladies' man, he's handsome, he's the good orator. When he shows up for the party, everybody want to dance because Shango is here. He represents masculine leadership. His element is thunder, lightning, and rain. When it rains, Shango make it rain. God gave him the ability to make it rain. When it thunders out, if you're a child of Shango, they often give his offerings when it's raining, thundering, or lightning, because he strikes like lightning and his voice is like thunder. Shango.
Marcus, thank you for your Cash App. If you are seeing me,
is the supreme leader and politician. He's a warrior, but he seeks to be diplomatic. If he can solve a problem without fighting, he's going to solve a problem without fighting. If he ain't got no choice but to take your head off, he'll take your head off. There's another Orisha, he ain't doing no talking. He just come for the war. Shango wants to do the talking before he go to war. I need y'all to know something. The X-Men, everybody familiar? Wolverine, Charles Xavier, Storm, they were stolen from what you see here. They stole the African gods and turned them into the X-Men. Charles Xavier, what is his element? Consciousness. Obatala. Aquaman, what is his element? The water. Olokun.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online.
and that is to ignore your white
Don't
ass.
spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Thor with the axe. What is his colors? Red and gold. What is his weapon? The double-sided axe. What is Shango colors? Red and gold. What is his weapon? The double-sided axe. They stole our gods and turned them into the white man's superheroes.
Hiding the truth in plain sight.
Yes.
Brainwashing everything.
Yes. So that's Shango. So Olokun is water. Obatala is consciousness. Orunmila doesn't have an element. His element is the universe. It's God consciousness. Shango is rain, thunder, lightning. Here go another blue and white. What's the difference? Olokun is the owner of the water.